hope you're having a great day. Today I'm in Honolulu off of King Street. Right before Kalakaua is the Kaheka Professional Center, and as you can see there's a lot of parking. I'll show another place you can park on Kaheka Street, and there's the new meters that also take credit cards, and they still take coins, so if you're old-fashioned they'll take your coins. But we're here, that's the Professional Center, and you can see King Street. I'm using my phone, so hopefully it's not too jittery, but you'll see the famous Louise's Deli. It's always been here ever since I took the bus as a kid to school. And we're here at Mama Kim's to check out their poke bowls. Alright guys, so I got my food from Mama Kim's. I'm really excited to try it. It's been open for a while now, but it's fairly kind of new, but I never got a chance to go there. And here is one of the choices I got. It's you can look at their little menu and it has like how to order your own poke bowl, which you can get 1 or 2 choices. Then you have 3 free sides. So I got kimchi, that was one of the sides, edamame, and some cucumber salad. The cucumber salad is a wasabi yuzu sauce, so excited to try that. These little brown things on the top is a free topping. You can get other free toppings as well, but I picked garlic chips, so that sounds really good. They are also, it seems, Korean, like fusion with Japanese, you know, fresh fish. So they make their own kimchi, it seems, and they also sell it on the side if you like their kimchi to take home. So let's dig in. This is the hamachi jalapeno. I love jalapenos, especially if they're fresh. Love hamachi, so why not? It comes with some tobiko, or like some flying fish roe. Look at that. Yeah. You can tell it's definitely fresh fish. The little tobiko pops in your mouth, the little eggs, and the crisp freshness of the fresh jalapeno. Wow. With that jalapeno flavor. Yum. And I like how they took the seeds out, so it's not too spicy. The rice is way on the bottom, so let me get to that. Soaking up that kimchi sauce. Take a little bit of edamame. Kimchi is pretty good. Not too sour. Good amount of spice. It's not too spicy, even though it looks pretty red. All right, let's try this wasabi yuzu sauce cucumber salad. You can definitely taste the wasabi in there, and then the little sweetness of the yuzu, which is like a citrus fruit in Japan. But it's not like a burn your nostrils kind of wasabi, so it's pleasant. And let me show you some of the pieces of the hamachi. So you can see the tobiko eggs on there and the fresh slices of jalapeno. It's a pretty thick cut too, pretty generous, and you can see them making your bowl to order. She's just chopping up all the fish. We're slicing them. The rice is perfect. It's cold like it should be. I don't like hot rice over fresh fish because it kind of makes it go bad really fast. But really tasty fish. Smells like the sea. It's not old or anything, and it's really good. All right, getting down to the bottom, which is weird, there's some thinly shaved onions right on top of the rice, which is strange. I've never seen that before, but I like onions, whether cooked or raw, so I think it's going to give it some good flavor. But if you're not an onion person, you might want to tell them to omit it, because I didn't know they were going to have onions in there. But it seems like they soak their onions in water prior, because it's not strong like flavor of onion, where sometimes it's like spicy when you cut a fresh onion. It's very mild actually, and pleasant. I'm really enjoying the freshness of this cucumber salad. It's kind of a different side, so I suggest you get it if you like a fresh vegetable, you know, to go along with your fish. It's nice and crunchy, and with the garlic chips on top that kind of adorn each thing. Whether it's your kimchi, some of it went on the hamachi, or the cucumber, it makes nice flavors. And I think with the kimchi as a side, I think it goes well together. even a little bit, it's wonbok kimchi, but inside has a little slice of daikon. And daikon kimchi is one of my favorites. And I think with the recent mix of Korean fusing with Japanese food, you know, the sashimi and the chirashi bowls, I think, you know, in Hawaii anyway, or Oahu, ahi and vegetables, the one that started it, kind of. They got really popular, and they started doing their spicy ahi kimchi bowls, and I absolutely love them. So I think the mixture with the kimchi and the rice really just goes well together because it's also another cold side. So it's very refreshing with the cold fish. So if you're not a kimchi lover and you hate spice, because, you know, some people don't tolerate it well, the other sides you can get, I'm looking at their menu, is crab salad, tamago, which is egg, seaweed salad, I got the edamame, the cucumber salad, or some avocado. But I believe the avocado is an extra $2. The other ones I mentioned are free. It comes with your bowl. So I think that's pretty cool that you can pick 3 sides for no upcharge other than the avocado. Other toppings besides the garlic chips, you can pick one for free, is furikake bubu arare, which I don't know what it is. I think those are the small little rice puff balls, and fried onions, and of course the garlic chips that I picked. All right, for that one choice bowl with the hamachi jalapeno, it is $13.95. Looking at my receipt, pretty good deal for some thick pieces of fish. I believe I got, I think 5 or 4 thick pieces. Sorry, I didn't count. It was so good, I just freaking smashed it. But all the little sides are free, and I think that's a pretty good deal because usually poke bowls you'd probably pay like $14 or $16 for them. You don't get all those choices where you can pick 3 sides. Usually it's just a seaweed salad or something like that, or just the poke itself over the rice. So definitely check it out if you want more options in your poke bowl. And actually, of course, it's not a poke bowl. It kind of like leans onto like that mainland version of poke, because that is not poke, because, you know, poke is the cubed stuff, and usually we don't like to put edamame in there or anything if you're a purist, but they don't really call it a poke bowl. I'm sorry, excuse me. It's actually like poke or sashimi. So I got sashimi, really. But they do have the regular poke, Hawaiian, ahi, shoyu salmon, shoyu ahi, spicy ahi, all that, mentaiko, wasabi salmon, all kinds. So just take a look at their menu on Yelp or Google. Not sponsored by any of them, but they're the easiest ones to access, where people will take pictures of their menu and you can kind of see what it has to offer rather than me rattling off everything. So next up is the chirashi bowl. They also have a chirashi deluxe bowl, which has extra fish, but it's a little bit more expensive. So I got the regular chirashi. So basically, it's a sashimi bowl with other things. So we have some tamago or egg. We have, I believe, hamachi, nice slices of ahi, 3 slices of salmon, and some shrimp. It comes with a nice adorned shiso leaf. Looks pretty nice presentation. Some garlic and wasabi on the side. They do give you a shoyu pack as well. All right, let's take a piece of, let's start with my favorite, salmon. I love salmon sushi or sashimi. You can see the nice fatty marbling on it, and it's a pretty okay slice. It's not the thickest I've seen, but it isn't thin either. I'm gonna put some shoyu and some wasabi on top and take a bite. Nice buttery, fresh salmon flavor when it's raw. Can really taste the freshness in their products that they serve. So you're definitely going to get the freshest fish in any of your poke or sashimi bowls. Here's some salmon roe that also is in here. Yummy, so good. Here's some egg. You get 2 pieces. It's that Japanese type of egg. It's sweet, so I don't know if they add sugar in it, but it's not just a plain egg. It's got some sweetness to it, and it goes really well with the rice as well. The sushi rice, like I've said in other videos, I'm not an expert at sushi rice or what it's supposed to taste like, but to me it tastes fine. I don't really care for too much vinegar. Some people like a lot of vinegar, but I think this is perfect for me, where it's not too vinegary, but you still can taste a little bit of the vinegar that they toss in there. All right, up next is some more hamachi. Nice cuts, very beautiful. And I just love the presentation, and they make it right in front of you, so you can watch them make your meal. Yummy, nice and firm fish. It's a little bit firmer than the salmon hamachi. And it just is one of my other favorite fishes. So all the fish in this chirashi bowl are my top favorite fishes to have sushi or sashimi with. Love salmon, love ahi, and hamachi. On to the ahi. Look at this beautiful piece. It's sliced very nicely. You get 3 pieces, pretty thick cuts. I'm going to pair it with some wasabi. Just a beautiful color on that. That is some good ahi. Really fresh. Reminds me of like New Year's Eve, where people bring a nice platter of good sashimi. It's really tasty. So if the sashimi ahi is perfect, imagine the poke they make with the same fish. It's fabulous, delicious. And last, it's the lone shrimp. The shrimp is cooked, just like the type you get in nigiri sushi. I mean, it's just shrimp, but they cooked it perfect, where it still has a little bit of crunch to it. It's not rubbery, and even though it's cooked through, you know, it's still tasty and fresh. No fishy smell, no weird, you know, smells that shouldn't be there when it's a fresh sashimi or poke bowl. Oh, look what happened. I took the shiso leaf off. This is the leaf. It's kind of minty. It reminds me, it's kind of related to the perilla leaf that Koreans eat, but it has a different mintier type of taste. But underneath that, you got a whole bunch of shredded daikon, which is my favorite to eat on the side with shoyu. Yeah, I like the shredded daikon. I think it's a healthy little side. You mix some shoyu and wasabi and you're golden. It's delicious. And we'll try the shiso leaf. At first I didn't like it because it's quite minty and a strong flavor, but you know, as time goes on and I try more things, it's actually pretty pleasant. I like it. All right, if you're wondering how much that chirashi bowl is, the regular chirashi bowl, it is $20 straight. You can get the deluxe one for much more. I think that one is, I have the menu, that one is $28, so it is pretty pricey. But they have other things in there in the deluxe one. I think they have ikura, uni. Ooh, that's why it's expensive. Uni and other things. There's much more than just the ahi salmon and hamachi and the shrimp. They also have unagi in that one. Wow, that's a lot. So yeah, it is worth it. That's a lot of different types of fish for the deluxe. If you're not into raw things, they also do hamachi kama. Wow, I like that. That's the cheek of the hamachi, very delicious part. They have salmon that's cooked as well, grilled salmon, unagi, and gyudon, which is thin beef in that sweet soy sauce over rice with an egg, seared ahi and other things like that. And they do hand rolls if you're just in a rush and you want something small to eat, you know, your typical California rolls, spicy salmon, and even ume shiso. Wow. So all kinds of things, very big menu. Inari bombs too, everybody's into that. Somebody asked me to go to Daegu, like Authentically Charles just went to, but I'm sorry, I don't like any inari sushi. I am weird. Don't like the texture of that, and I don't like that sourness of whatever they soak it in. I just don't like vinegar too much, so that is not my thing, and I don't feel like it's fair to show something that I don't even like, so I'll probably make weird faces because I can't hide my emotions sometimes on my face. I have the resting bitch face, you know? So yeah, I'm sure if you like inari sushi, you would love it, but not for me. So that's pretty much all. I can see my camera has a naughty temperature reading. It's saying it's overheating because the sun is coming right down into my car. So I will end it here. I hope you try Mama Kim's if you're in the area of King Street near McCully side. Of course, parking's kind of hard. They do have building parking, but they do charge you a lot. So I would suggest, like I said in the beginning, park at the meters. I found one right away. If you go early, they open at 10 a.m. So it shouldn't be a problem. There's also the side street there off of Kaheka, so there's other meters over there as well, and it's a very short walk to the front of the building. So check out Mama Kim's if you're looking for a different type of sashimi, chirashi, or poke bowl with numerous sides that are free with your price. They don't upcharge you or anything like that. And hopefully you all have a great weekend. I'll see you next week on another food adventure. Take care. If you like this, press the like button. If you found it interesting or informative, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you again. Peace out.